Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer. Our first run through this game still. We're continuing on from the last video. Before we go any further, I'd like to do a little recap. Take a look at the tracker over on the right. Do what we did last time, and what we're up to this time. I'm just gonna go left, right, going down the tracker. Just take a look at all the things. So, level-wise, we got up to level 14 last time. There are important checks every few levels up to level 50. That's just something that's going to be going on as we progress through the game. Drive forms, a little bit less progress on that. We got Wisdom form up to level 3, but that's all we've gotten so far. Simulated Twilight Town, we found one of the Ansem reports to tell us that there's 2 important checks in that world. That's not a whole lot for Simulated Twilight Town. It's a very slow, long world, just for a couple checks. So, that's gonna be put on the back burner for now. Twilight Town was the world we finished up last time on. We finished the first run through the world, first visit, and we picked up a couple things. That's actually where we got the report saying that ST2 was only 2 checks, I think. And we picked up a fire and a glide, some important stuff. We technically could push further in that world, but it gets a little bit more difficult from here, so I think we're gonna hold off. Next up, we have Hollow Bastion. We went through the first visit of the world, picked up another Ansem report, and a torn page. It's an 8. We got hinted that it's an 8, and that's pretty big, so we're probably going to be heading back there pretty soon. We're not going to fully complete it, but get some progress towards it. Beast Castle, the Rose. We completed some of the first checks in the world, but I ended up losing to a fight I wasn't really prepared for, and we dipped out. We might be heading back there in a little bit, once we get a little bit stronger. Olympus Coliseum, the little thunderbolt symbol. That's only a 2. We found a report in there just telling us that. We're probably not heading back there anytime soon. Same with Agrabah, we found both the important checks there. Planet Dragons, that's probably high up on our list. We are not going to complete the whole world, but we're probably heading back there pretty soon. We just completed the first few checks. The world we're probably going to be starting off today on, the Honeypot. 100 Acre Wood. We've picked up a few of the torn pages, so we're probably heading back there to pick up a few checks. We don't have all the torn pages, so we can't fully complete it, but we got some progress. Let's go through a couple of cute little mini games along the way, just to start us off with, before we get into any more big adventures. Pridelands. We got pretty far in it. We got a whole lot of checks there. That's probably not top priority, but we can head back there for a boss fight, and then continue on with it afterwards for the second visit. So, that's probably not an immediate thing. Then we've also got Disney Castle. That's something we're probably going to be heading back to soon-ish. We completed the first check. That's actually where we got our first of 3 proofs. That was actually our first important check we found in the game. We started with Thunder, but the first check we picked up from a chest. That's a pretty weird first item, but okay. We're not searching for it later on. Then we have Halloween Town. Again, something we just picked up the first little bit of, then we got kicked out by a fight I wasn't prepared for. We'll be heading back there soon. Space Paranoids is something we're going to be holding off on until we get some more Wisdom forms. The next thing there is a pretty good grinding spot. Did I say Wisdom forms? I meant just forms in general. Then the last 2 worlds, Pirates of the Caribbean world and the world that never was, we haven't touched either. The Pirates of the Caribbean world is one we're probably heading to soonish. I wanted to wait until we had some more magic, and we've picked up quite a bit. Just not the one I wanted. But we should be able to make it work. And the world that never was is a pretty hard world. We're not going to be touching that for a little bit. Though, important checks-wise, should probably go over. We've picked up 5 of the 13 reports. That's some information, but still quite a bit out there. Magics-wise, we've picked up 2 fires, 2 thunders, and 2 magnets. So, all of those are getting pretty strong, but that's all we've gotten so far. And we picked up the Genie, Summon, and Wisdom form, and 3 of the 5 torn pages, just otherwise. Stuff that's going to be useful, but maybe not right now. So, without any further ado, how about we get back into this? Why did my timer just go red? 1 second. There we go. That's a bit better. That's more right. Getting some strange lag. As I said, we're going to start with the 100-acre wood. This is strange. This wasn't happening before. We're getting some more lag than before. I hope that works itself out. But here we are. Piglet's house, and here's our little buddy hanging up there. We have a couple of checks to pick up, and then we'll help him out. Combo Plus. Could be useful, but maybe not all-around thing. Fenrir, that could be a good Keyblade. And dodge roll level 1. Or another dodge roll, rather. They're not. It doesn't matter what level it says, they go together. So, let's see if that was any good. A 6-7 item boost. That could be helpful. It's stronger, and item boost is a pretty good ability. Yeah, let's switch to it. We can't just stick with basic forever, can we? It's also a pretty cool looking Keyblade. So let's help our little piglet friend. And here, we have our first minigame on 100-acre woods. We're just flying through the air with a silly little bear as we try to save a piglet. This isn't a very hard minigame. Oops. I say as I forget the buttons I need to press. If we just stay up in this corner and spam X, nothing can really hurt us, and we'll just get to the end. Eventually, Piglet will fly by. There we go. As I said, not a very difficult little minigame. And with that done, we get kicked back to the Garden of Assemblage, where the game completely freezes up for some reason. Sorry. Let's head back in. This time we're gonna meet our friend Rabbit. I'm very curious why that's doing that now. Let's see what we have here. A high potion. Shock Charm Plus. I think that one's pretty good. And a present. I'll check on the shock charm. Oops, it's not in this one, it's in the armor. Oh, here's the armor I was thinking of. Last time I was talking about an armor that boosts your thunder attacks, and this is it. So I guess we'll switch to that. It's a little less armor, but extra damage is always nice. And here we're about to go into another minigame. Yeah, this one, it took me, I needed to read this for a second to remember which one this is, actually. This one's not my favorite minigame. I'm not the best at it. It gets pretty fast, and we have to avoid some stuff at high speeds. Ow. Ow. As I said, I'm not very good at this one. I think we're going to be retrying this one. And my controller just stopped working. There we go. We're gonna have to try this one again. Let's hope it goes a little better this time. Sorry, my controller keeps stop working.
Perhaps a bit more. Perhaps a bit more. Oh my! Thank you very much, dear somebody. Over here.
I thought I dodged that, but I guess not. Ow.
This is rather confusing.
We've lost quite a few lives, but we're doing a little bit better this time.
Perhaps a bit more.
We managed to dodge all the obstacles on that little segment. But it doesn't get any easier from here.
Thank you very much, dear somebody. The name? Perhaps a bit more. Thank you very much, dear somebody.
Here we go, just squeaking right through with only 2 lives left. But hey, at least we did it.
There now, Pooh.
Once again, we get kicked back to the garden. And since we have 3 torn pages, we have one more little segment to go through. I may remember which one it is. Oh, it's this one. The minigame for this section's not very difficult. But let's see what we get as far as checks go first. Nothing of great importance. I'll check out the bangle we got. It goes in the armor slot. It's... our shock charm plus is going to be better, I think. And now that Tigger's involved, I think you could probably take a guess as to what type of minigame we're going to be going through. If you know anything about Tigger's bounce.
But the most wonderful thing about Tigger is I'm the only one. What fun.
Come on, let's bounce some more.
What fun.
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Fun, fun, fun.
I bet you remember.
There's nothing much in the way of action going on in the 100-Acre Wood. Just some fun with friends. There we go. I'm having some controller problems now. Strange. But now that the fun's over, with the cute little mini-games, it's time to get into some more serious adventure again. I think it's time to return to Disney Castle. Since we already know we found one of the proofs here, it's still quite probable that there are others. Here's just like a little escort mission.
This way.
There's a little bit of a trick here that I've never actually gotten it to work.
This way.
If you're able to get Minnie up against a wall, you can, like, push her all the way. But I can't seem to do it, so I'll just do it regularly.
This way. Back off. This way.
Come on, Queen Minnie.
This way. This way. This way. Let's go.
Here we complete the first part of our escort mission. Just going down that short little bit of hallway.
Just
And now we're about to enter the second part. In this room, it's a throne room, just a massive, large area. And inside, completely filled with Heartless. Our job to get the Queen to the throne. Ow. Or, I guess that didn't hurt me, but for the Queen.
This way. It's over. This way.
I thought I was prepared for this area, but I seem to be having some difficulties. There we go, I was having trouble getting Magnet Burst to work correctly.
This way.
You can use this as a grinding opportunity, but it might be just quicker to grind somewhere else.
This way. Gather. This way.
We're almost halfway there.
Gather.
Not the best camera angle there.
This way.
Ow, I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was more prepared for this area than I was, apparently. It's okay. We get to start from here again. Maybe this time I'll make better use of magics and try to be a bit more careful. Oh, sorry, 1 second. I forgot to set up the tracker to save what was going on, or auto-detect what was going on in the game. Sorry. So, our deaths are no longer saved on here. That's okay. Ow. It's still quite hurt. That attack still works quite a bit.
This way. Gather. This way.
That's a very helpful ability from Mini right there. Once again, we're getting into some trouble here. Let's make use of Mini's abilities a little bit more, shall we?
Yeah. This way. Let's go. This way. Yeah. Let's go. This way. Yeah. Let's go.
This room was quite a bit more difficult than I remembered.
Let's go. This way.
We're almost there, though, and there's not many enemies left. In fact, it's just the one.
Yeah.
Ow. I guess it's two.
Yeah.
With all the enemies dead, we got quite a couple levels, and we just got free reign up to the throne. Just to make this a little bit easier. No more trouble from those guys. Come on.
Let's go.
There we go. And we get Combination Boost and Oathkeeper as rewards. I don't exactly remember what Combination Boost does. Well, I'll have to take a look at that. Combo plus, combo. Okay. I'll put it on. That's not going to be super helpful right now. But let's take a look at the new Keyblade too. And we did get an armor slot, so I guess we can go back to the ribbon. Or, not the petite, just the ribbon itself. Oathkeeper with aerial recovery. Aerial recovery would be helpful, but the loss in stats I don't think is going to be worth it. So let's just stick with our current Keyblade. Here we go. We got a save point after all of that. So, let's just take a quick save. I'll save in a different slot, just in case anything happens. I can revert back. But our time in Disney Castle is basically done. Now we get to go to the Timeless River. Here we go in all of our black and white glory. Let's see if we get anything good. Oops, wrong doorway. I forgot which way I was going. Three options, and I take the wrong one twice. Over there, we see Old School Pete, but let's pick up a couple tracks around here first. Another map, that's not going to be very helpful to us. And final form, that's a good pickup. We finally got our second of the 5 forms. Now we can level up Wisdom and Final to 4. And we do have a couple of auto forms, but those are a little bit trickier.
What's with you, squirts? You got
Here,
that for?
we fight a Pete.
What's that
Ow. My timing on this is apparently pretty poor. There we go, though.
What you folks beef with me anyway?
I feel a little bad for the Pete there. That's not the Pete, that's the villain of the game. He's just himself. That's a poor way of putting it. It's not the right Pete that we should be fighting. My control... It would be really nice if my controller would stop failing on me. I went to the wrong doorway. There's no checks in this area. But there are here. There we go. Report 4. Beast Castle has 5 important checks. I'll pick up this last check, but it is not going to be much of importance. It might be a cool ability. So there we go. There's more to do here. This could be a pretty good grinding spot for some of the forms, but for now, I think we're done here. It might be a while till we return. We picked up something, I just don't remember what. My controller keeps not working, it's strange. Final form had the 1-0 Thunder Boost Keyblade on it. That's not great. Let's switch that out for something that's going to be a bit more useful when we use them. Let's give Final Form... I guess we'll give Final Form Experience Boost. We'll level up a little bit faster that way when we're in the form. And it will give him some strength. Let's save. I don't want anything happening. There we go. We got some good stuff in Disney Castle. That's where we found our 1 proof, and it gives us final form and the report saying that Beast Castle has 5 checks. We could make use of that information. That does leave us in a bit of a question, though, of where we go next. Do we attempt Beast Castle again? We lost that fight, but I think we might be strong enough to beat it now. The same can be said for Halloween Town. Or, there are quite a few checks to pick up in the Land of Dragons. That might be a good next spot, and I think that's where we're gonna go. I'm not gonna push this all the way. We're just gonna go through some of the next areas. I'm probably gonna leave after I push it to the mountain. All of the shadows just dived underground so they didn't get picked up. There we go. We're back in an area where the enemies are still pretty weak. I don't think there are any chests in this area to pick up, but I'll just do a little quick sweep to make sure. This is another area where we're getting some strange lag, but I hope it's okay. Here we just have to go through a couple quick missions of beating up some Heartless. There are some chests in the background there, but it'll be quicker to get them later on. These little wizard enemies are stopping me from getting in some hits. There we go. The first of 3 missions down. Oops. The middle mission, this mission's a little bit harder than the other two, but still nothing major. We're leveled up enough where some of the later enemies in this fight are easy to beat. This guy here would be a little bit harder to beat if we were still lower leveled. There we go. This is the final little mission, then we'll get back to collecting some checks. I managed to get him through the wall there. A couple more Heartless to beat. There we go. We get a Mithril Crystal for completing all those. Not important to us. And we'll continue on. There's a couple checks in this area to pick up, and we'll pick up some more as we continue up the mountain. There we have a very good pickup. Once I get away from these enemies, I'll equip that. Once more is a very strong ability. Or, I guess I'll equip it a little bit later. I forgot we got put right into a fight. It's a strong ability, but we don't really need it for this little climb here. We'll equip it when we are done. You missed. There we have our first blizzard. I think we're feeling... That makes me feel more better about going to the Pirates of the Caribbean worlds. That might be our next stop. Trinity Limit. That's very strong. It has some really good uses for some later fights. And here we go. We finally get a chance to take a breath and look through some of the things we picked up along the way. We didn't pick up any new weapons or equipment, I don't think. We did pick up the Skillful Ring, but that's not very helpful to us. We have better. But abilities-wise, we've gotten some upgrades here. Here we have Trinity Limit. It's very useful for some later fights. It can be very useful, I think, for like the Roxas fight in The World That Never Was, and a couple other little pieces here or there. It can be really strong. We also picked up once more, though. It's one of the two strongest abilities in the game, I think. It and Second Chance. And once more, ensures that if we get hit by a combo from an enemy, where they attack us like a few times in a row, regardless of how much damage it should do, we'll survive. Second Chance would be also nice to pick up. Second Chance is kind of the same, but it keeps you alive from a single hit instead. Together, they're pretty strong. I will customize real quick, because I did pick up Blizzard as well. Where I think this will do. I don't have to change that around much. So far, we've gotten a couple good things from the Land of Dragons. We've picked up Blizzard and once more. Those are really strong for later on. Here we have a couple little checks in this cave. Another Keyblade. Oh, 2 more Keyblades, in fact. Oops. We actually haven't picked up a whole lot yet this run. 7 one finishing plus. That's pretty good. But let's see what this is. A 1-0 magic. A 1-0 item boost. We're just gonna stick with our current Keyblade, but that Keyblade does look pretty cool. Here we'll run into a little fight. We get surrounded by some Heartless in a cave, and we're left with only Ping by our side. With our abilities, this isn't too difficult to make it through. For our troubles, we get another high jump. Just a little bit more movement. What do we have for movement anyways? We're not super fast yet. We have high jump 2, quick run 1, and dodge roll 2 and glide 1. Our movement's slowly creeping up, but we're still missing our aerial dodge for an extra jump in the air. And some of these levels could be quite a bit higher. We're almost done with our current trip to this world. There's a couple more checks to get up the mountain. And after that, we're gonna leave before continuing on any further. There we have our another magic, our first cure. And another quick run. There's a fight here. I'm just going to quickly do it. We get surrounded by some enemies and we just have to kill and survive for like a minute or so. It says defeat all the Heartless, so we just have to, survive for a minute. And as strong as we are, that shouldn't be difficult. Especially with Magnet Burst. That just makes this pretty easy. Getting some lag as we progress through the fight. We're getting hit, they're just not doing much damage to us, so it doesn't really matter much. And there we go. We don't get anything from completing that fight. It just progresses the story a little bit. This is a world we're probably going to return to later. But for now, we're just going to leave. Once again, where do we go? We could go to the Pirates of the Caribbean world, or we could go back to Beast Castle. Or Halloween Town for that matter. I think we're going to take another shot at Beast Castle. We should be strong enough at this point. We can progress this area quite a bit faster than before, and we're quite a bit stronger for this upcoming fight. Hopefully this time we don't try and rely on Mickey. I wish I had aerial recovery there, but this will do. There we go. I think with this we should be able to get it. Nothing good as a bonus up at the top there. But we can at least progress to this world now. I forgot which way to go for a second. It had us pointing through the door, but I thought there might have been a chest in there. But I guess it's just these ones I was thinking of. Again, nothing much important. We do have a couple more checks to pick up along our way here. Here's another little escort mission to go through. We're just trying to light some lanterns on the way with the help of Lumiere and Mrs. Potts.
This'll do the trick. Yeah, take this. It's over.
I have time to grab this chest as they make their way over. A drive recovery, that could be useful in certain situations later on. We haven't been making much use of our drives so far. Aerial Spiral, that's a pretty good ability for certain fights.
This'll do the trick.
And here we go. That's all we needed for this little escort mission. There's one more chest to pick up here before we continue on. And it's another dodge roll. We're slowly picking up our movement skills. There we go. Here's our next important check in the world. Ansem Report 6. And it's telling us that the world it never was a 2. That makes a very difficult world less appealing early on. But it is blue, so there is a chance that that's where we'll find our next two proofs. I think the Grand Ribbon there might be better than our current ribbon that we're wearing, but we'll have to check that in a second. Here we finally meet Beast again. He's being controlled by darkness. We just have to beat him to his senses. And there we go. We get our last magnet, up all the way to Magnega. I think I'm gonna take these potions away from... I'm not using them myself, but he's not gonna be in the party soon, so I might as well just keep him for myself. There... Yes, there is a chest in here to pick up. Executive ring. Let's take a look. We did get some new equipment. I think it might be better. Not that. There it is, the Grand Ribbon. Just a little bit better than our current ribbon. Here we run into a question. We could continue on in this world. There's one more important check to find. But the next thing we have to do is a boss fight. And if it's not there, we just have to keep going, maybe to a second boss fight. But I think for now, we're going to put that off and just continue on elsewhere. Oops. Slight misclicks there. Where to? I think I'm gonna finally return to Halloween Town. I think we're strong enough where we can do this fight now. Hopefully pick up a couple checks afterwards. We didn't have this lag in this fight before. Ow, those... These enemies are still really strong. I wish I had aerial recovery there. Another glide level, that's going to be pretty helpful. There we go. I think my timing on that was pretty good. We should be able to kill them both with this attack. And there we go. It got pretty close for a second there, but we still pulled it out in the end. And during that fight, we were able to pick up all the little checks in this area. I don't think we got anything much important, besides another glide level. I almost forgot about that one. Still haven't found any important checks here in Halloween Town. No, I don't want to talk to you, little elf. I wanted this chest. Two more unimportant checks. Here we go. We're heading towards another boss fight in this area. That might prove a little difficult, but I think we can make it work. We're following the footprints of the three kids from Nightmare Before Christmas. What are they, Shock, Lock, and Barrel, or something like that? I don't quite remember. The Heartless and Oogie Boogie are once again up to no good here. And here we fight this guy. Can be a pretty strong opponent. I think this might be a good chance to use our final form. Assuming I remember how to use it correctly. We've gotten him down a couple health bars so far. We're doing pretty good so far. He's gone down pretty strong. No. This guy is still pretty strong though, if we're not careful. Can't quite reach him all the way up there. But he goes down. Not much difficulty. I ended up using one potion, but that was just for some safety. We still haven't gotten much of great importance here in Halloween Town. But that's not quite the final boss of this run. We gotta head back towards Christmas Town, and we face down Oogie Boogie, before we finish up our final, our current visit to Halloween Town. Oogie Boogie's kidnapped Santa, and we've gotta stop him. The boss fight here shouldn't be too difficult, but if I mess up, I might end up with a death or two.
Nice view from up here. That's right, away you go.
We just gotta knock some boxes up and knock Oogie down to our level. If I got hit by that fist, I might very well have died there. Ow. There we go. I think we've picked up a couple Donald's staffs and a couple Goofy shields that we need to take a look at. Hopefully we've finally gotten something useful for them. But as far as important checks, Halloween Town doesn't seem to be giving us much. Let's see what we have. Again, nothing good for Donald, really. And nothing good for Goofy either. So, Halloween Town, I think, is going to be put on the back burner for now until we're stronger. That world gets pretty difficult on the second visit. That does lead us to where we're going again, though. As things currently stand, we've picked up more than half of the Ansem reports now, but we do still have 6, so our untainted worlds could still be valuable. As currently things stand, I think the worlds we're leaning towards are Hollow Bastion's second visit, Twilight Town's second visit, and the first visit to Pirates of the Caribbean. I think I'm gonna go back to Hollow Bastion now. That 8's still looking pretty strong. And we've got quite a bit more movement this time around just to head through here. Yeah. I'm skipping most cutscenes, but I actually forgot where I was supposed to go for a second until I read that little dialogue from Sid. Let's just keep going. There's no important checks along the way yet. Ow. I wish you would have let me through that little entryway a little bit sooner before I got whacked. We're getting some lag in this area. A drive converter, that can be pretty good for leveling up master form. Which I wish we would just get a good version of it. Draw also pretty good abilities for master form leveling. I think I'm just gonna put on that draw. I'll hold off on putting on drive converter for now. There's a few checks in these corridors to pick up. I'm having some difficulty moving along the diagonals. I think there's something might be wrong with my controller, but it's manageable. These enemies give a little bit of experience. I think I'm gonna kill a few of them. They are pretty strong though, so I'm gonna try and avoid getting hit as much as often. I think there's one or two more checks in these hallways. I think I'm backtracking. I think I've gotten all the stuff back here. I just want to take a quick double check. Yeah, we're good to advance. Auto Wisdom Form. That's not very helpful. We have Wisdom Form itself already. A potion. And report 10. Finally, another important check here. That tells us that Spaceborne Paranoids has 4 important checks. That's making that world a little bit better. And a little bit more appealing. I'm still holding out a little bit for some more forms to level up. It kicks us out of there, but there is an important check to pick up here. I thought the door would have opened. There's another check on the other side. I don't remember how to get over there, though. I think there's a story checkpoint or something. I don't quite remember. Once we get put through the store, we're going into a little bit of a fight room, if I remember correctly at this point. It can be a little difficult if you don't do it right. The enemies here are pretty strong. I'm gonna go into final form for this. There we go. We level up final form to level 2, and we get guard. There we go. Able to make good use of final form there to just get through that fight pretty easily. Here, I'm gonna save here. Here, there are 2 ways we can go. Through here is the Cavern of Remembrance. It's a really strong area. Any wrong moves, and you'll die to the enemies in there in like 1 or 2 hits maximum, especially at this low level. If we continue on that way, we'll go into a fight against one of the Organization 13 Demics. It can be a little bit of a difficult fight, and after you beat that, you end up going through a battle where you end up fighting 1,000 Heartless. It sounds really intimidating, and it can be, but if you know what you're doing, it's not that hard. I'm gonna attempt to pick up a few checks here in Cavern of Remembrance. I'd feel better if I had Master Form here, because with these things, they give you drive points, and it makes it easy to level up Master Form here. So I do have an idea. I'm gonna have to see if this works. I might not have enough health for this. I'm gonna put on guard. And I'm gonna put on Auto Master. If I survive a hit and go into Master Form, I can level it up a little bit. There are a couple checks here. I'm gonna see if I can pick them up and see if there's anything important. An armor slot, that might be helpful. And an AP boost. If I had some more movement, I could make it up there to another check now. Oh, I might be able to make it. I'm gonna see. There we go. I'm not sure if we have enough movement for that one. I'm gonna make an attempt, though. I misclicked. I didn't mean to make that swing there. I don't think I'll be able to do that again. We managed to pick up a couple of things from this area. I'm not going to try and push any further. Once you make it through that door, you end up in a pretty hard fight that I don't think I'm prepared for. So there might be one more chest I can get real quick before entering said fight. So I'm gonna check real quick. I don't quite remember if I can actually make it back up. There we go. Yes, there is one more check here. Oh, two. We still not much important in here. I think we got an extra armor slot. So let's just fill that up real quick. There is actually a skip here to make it through this a little, to skip the boss fight, not boss fight, skip the fights in this area, and get some checks pretty easily. I'm not sure if I know how to do it, or if I'm skilled enough. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm not entirely sure how this works. I'm just gonna make a couple attempts to see if I can do it. I'm gonna need these two to move first, though. No, that doesn't appear to be working right. I'm just gonna leave. Oh wait, I almost forgot I was gonna try and level up Master Form a little bit. Now is where I'm gonna put on that drive over converter. If I survive a hit, great. If not, this is whatever. I'm gonna take the death here if I don't. I need just a little bit more damage on me, but I'm not gonna get it. If I had used a potion there, I might have survived with just enough health. But I'm not entirely sure on that one. This is an area I'm not too familiar with. I'm just gonna try things a couple times, see if I can get them working. If not, it doesn't matter that much. I mean, yeah, I don't know enough about this area to make that work right, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna continue on down this way a little bit. sorry. I know I got an answer report from that level up there. I'm just taking a second to focus on this fight before I actually take a look at it. I'm gonna die here. That was a bit frustrating. That final form ran out at probably the worst time. But that does give me a second to take a look at that Ansem report I picked up from final form leveling up. Ansem report 13 tells us that Twilight Town has 5 important checks. So we've only picked up 2 of the 5 there. We might want to head back there at some point soon. That fight's a little bit longer than I thought it was, but I think we can still do it. I just need to play it a little bit better. I'm gonna try going back into final form for this. It grabs me again. Oh well. Ow. I tried to get a heal in, but it just kept juggling me up into the air. And I just couldn't do anything there. This fight's mildly infuriating. It also doesn't help that my magnet felt like it lasted a very short amount of time. Once again, it grabs me for when I don't think it should. These dancers are... they're called dancers. They're incredibly annoying. Hopefully this time it works out better for us. I think I got it this time. There we go. Managed to avoid getting hit into a combo from them. So it worked out a little bit better. When we push further, if we push a little bit further in here, we end up in a boss fight. I think we might be able to do it, but it's going to be a little difficult.
Dance, water, dance!
This guy has a gimmick. We have to beat all of these, like, water clones in a limited amount of time. This is a very laggy fight for some reason. I'm sorry, I have no idea why it's acting like this. Let me take a second. Let me pause. Hopefully that, like, works itself out. Or not. I think it might just be these water clones. They're apparently very taxing. I went into the wrong form there. I meant to go into final form. I'm not in the best form to deal with this phase. That might have been a mistake. Ow. I'm trying to get a heal in, but it's not letting me. We've almost got him, but it's not looking great right now. It's a good thing for once more, because we'd be dead otherwise. I don't think we're gonna get all of them in time. I'm not sure, though. Oh, that's infuriating. He was so close to dead, and then I almost got it in time, but it went into an unkillable state, so I couldn't do it. I know we can do that. That was so close to being done. If I had done Final Form instead of Wisdom Form at the beginning of the fight, I think we had it.
Dance, water, dance! Gather! This is it!
I think this round we should be able to do it. Oh, we don't have enough drive form to do it. I thought we did. And because of that, I end up pushing the wrong buttons. Let me go back into Wisdom form. Maybe I can work it this time. I wish he would just stop doing this attack. This is infuriating. Sorry, I got distracted right a second. Oh. Sorry about that one. My phone started ringing for a second and I got distracted. I don't know if my phone ringing was actually picked up. I probably should have silenced it. Let me just take 1 second. It wasn't anything important. I'm just gonna make sure my phone's on silent now. There we go, sorry about that. I'm not sure if I would have won that without getting distracted, but it definitely didn't help. I'm gonna give this a couple more attempts. It definitely feels like we can do it. If I had a little bit more drive, I think we could do this easier. I'm just gonna try and kill some things. Get some more drive built up. I got stuck on a wall there. Oh yeah. Now that some story stuff's gone on, these two chests here got opened up. Wait till those two chests got opened up. I'm just gonna run back to the save real quick. Make a quick save. Take a quick look at that Donald staff. Hopefully it's still nothing. Oh yes, there is... I almost forgot about this trick. There's a way to get all of our drive form back pretty quickly. If we enter into a drive form, and then we make our way back into the garden, it should bring us back up to full. Yep, there we go. Now, when we enter into that fight, we can go straight into final form. Hopefully we can make better use of that. Oh, oh wait, no, these both paths lead to the same place. It's fine. I thought I was going the wrong way. And here we head back into that fight, hopefully with better results this time.
Dance, water, dance!
I've never been particularly good at this fight. Ah, I misclicked. I hope I can still get rid of all these water clones fast enough. I'm very sorry about this lag. I want to get through this fight as quickly as I can, just to get that over with. He went into this phase earlier than I thought he was going to. Oh, he's just out of range. Oops. Aw. I got knocked out of the combo. Just long enough for him to get in another hit separated from the combo, but not long enough to get a heal in. That fight felt like different from the rest for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. It felt like I should have gotten more damage in while I was in final form, but it just got knocked out way too soon. We've come so close a couple of times. It's mildly infuriating. I know we can do it. Sorry if I'm getting a little quiet during this fight. I'm trying to concentrate on it. He's going back into this phase already. I think we can manage this here. I dodged the wrong way there. Hopefully that doesn't mess me up too much. There we go, we finally get him. We get upper slash and Acrisius plus for it. I think Acrisius plus can be pretty good. I'm not entirely sure about upper slash. But finally we beat him after a few failed attempts. And Goofy leaves the party for a little bit, but... do we push on? Let's push on for just a little bit. Right. I ended up pressing the wrong button there. Missed inputs and wrong inputs are a bit of a bane for me. In this section, we just have a couple of these little fights, aided by Final Fantasy characters instead of our normal team, before we head into a 1K Heartless. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this section of the game. It's kind of cool just seeing Sora, what Sora can do when he's not aided by his friends, when it's just Sora on his own. It's a very big change from the rest of the series. There's a second of these little fight areas down. I think there's 3 more, if I remember correctly, or it might just be 2. This is another area where Magnet Burst comes in really useful. and magnet itself. This is also a very good place for grinding up levels. Ow. How is a single little shadow the only one to survive all of that? Here's the last little section. We're just about done. There's a few more enemies left to fight in here. Ow. There we go. We're finished with these little fight rooms. We're rewarded with it by an AP boost, and Donald and Goofy rejoin the party for a split second here. After all that fighting, we get a couple checks as a reward. We pick up a blizzard. So, we're up to 2 magics of fire, blizzard, thunder. We've picked up 1 cure, and 3 magnets, but we have yet to pick up a single reflect. I thought there was only 3, I guess there's 4 checks here. We gained an accessory slot, another AP boost and stuff. Let's go with the fencer earring, I suppose. Yeah, I'll stick all around rather than focusing purely on magic right now. After that, I'm gonna give a little quick save. We're approaching another hour and a half worth of recording for this. I think I'm gonna push through the 1k Heartless here and then probably call it here. So, let's finish off with a bang. Here we are, surrounded by enemies on all sides. This is where Magnet Burst and Explosion really shine. I'm at the edge. We're up at almost 200. Or, we're up at above 100 already. This isn't gonna take too long. Sorry, I don't really have much to say here. We got these laser dudes. They're gonna help us out some. Other than that, it's just focusing mostly on what our abilities are. These enemies aren't strong, there's just a whole lot of them. So, dying's not really a huge threat. Plus they drop health, so we're just healing up as we kill them anyways. We're just about to hit 400. We're slowly getting there. There's a 500 mark. We're halfway there. $700, only 300 to go. Ow. I say ow because I got hit, but it didn't actually do any damage. As I said, just a whole lot of them. Not really a danger to us. I'm curious if we're gonna hit level 29, though. It seems like it. We might even hit 30. Yep, there's level 29. Level 30 is not out of the question, but I think it's gonna be close. We've only got 99 left to go. Last 30. At this point, they're actually more dangerous, I think. Because the more of them there are to hit, the more I can use my abilities. But when there were less, I was having a hard time getting hits in. But there we go. 1k Heartless, all dead. Didn't really get much else for the trouble. There's one more thing left to do in Hollow Bastion before we call it. At 8, and the fact that we've only gotten 4 of our important checks here is a bit alarming. The fairies.
Liars!
These 3 give us one more check. There we go, limit form. That's pretty useful. That means that there are still 3, and... well, there's one more check here. We do have the Proof of Peace, which gives us access to the mushrooms down here. Where we just fought 1k Heartless, there's now some mushrooms just hanging out there, and since we have the Proof of Peace, they give us an extra check. I've turned off super bosses, so the data fight here isn't going to have anything, and neither is Sephiroth. Which I did, because I'm not very well versed at fighting them, and it would have just been me throwing myself against a wall for a while. And while I realized there's now more than one mushroom down here, that's not really much there. Just slowly making our way down. Oops, ran into a wall there. Here are the mushrooms I was talking about. Yeah, we had the Proof of Peace, so we get this little cutscene here. Let's see what they give us. A Bright Shard. And the Baseball Charm. Oh, now we can summon Chicken Little. That's at least one more important check. Chicken Little gets useful in certain worlds. I'm just not well used to using summons. So there's that. That means that there's 2 more checks somewhere in the Cavern of Remembrance. So, with that, we're not going to do that yet. We're going to dip, and with that, I'm going to save. We made it to level 29. The next check's at 30, and we're about halfway there. I'm going to take us back to the Cavern of Remembrance, and I'm just going to never quick save, so I know what we're doing. That's probably some wasted moments, but it's fine. I'm very much of the save whenever you can variety, just so nothing bad happens. So there, I'm gonna pause the timer. That's where I think we're gonna call it. Just gonna do a quick overview we are up to 29 of 50 important checks. We've picked up quite a few of the Ansem reports. There's only 4 left. Right now, as things stand with our current information, the proof could be in Hollow Bastion, or Olympus Coliseum, or Beast Castle, or the world never was. Those are the worlds that are still blue right now. That's not meaning that those are the only worlds that are going to be blue. That's just where we think it might be as we go through all of the reports. Slowly, those blue worlds are looking more appealing. We've still only picked up our first proof, though. But we have picked up a lot more magic than we had last time, and we've picked up 3 of our 5 forms at this point. We still have the Reflects to pick up, some more magics. Second Chance would be nice, and a couple more torn pages as well. All that stuff that we'll pick up along the way. But, yeah, I think that's that for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I have. Stay tuned for more.